as someone who functions in the Christian community, what is your take on the whole mega church phenomenon and the figures who head the church, who become rich beyond?
Oh yeah, it's corruption. I mean, it's corruption in every facet of society. So you go show me a institution or organization that's pure. You know what I'm saying? That's not affected by corruption. Because at the end of the day, like, people are sinful, man. We're depraved individuals. So you putting imperfect people in circumstances, you're gonna get imperfect situations. So I don't celebrate them things, you know, but I know my church ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? I know my church ain't trying to take advantage of the people. You know, there's plenty of them that do. But I feel like this. It's almost like you got in a bad relationship, you got abused, you got, you know, taken advantage of. So you done with relationships now. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's it for you. You're not gonna like investigate and see if, you know what I'm saying? So you just done. And I'm sitting here as a product saying, nah, I've experienced the beauty and the goodness and like some dope situations in every city in America. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could point you to some legit people, but you just have to want to. You know, I can't force nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just have to want to. Like, if you really want it, people are more than willing to introduce you into that side of the story.
I mean, when you look at the church culture, and I can't remember off the top of my head who I talked to this. It was either D.L. Hughley or it might have been Wesley.
Yeah.
But, you know, the one situation that we talked about was the Charleston shooting that happened, where Dylann Roof came into this church in South Carolina, killed 9 people in cold blood. And the first thing that the other church members and their families did was forgive him.
When that devil, Dylann Roof, went into that church and slaughtered 9 black people, in the first response of black men there in Charleston was to get in a prayer circle. And that devil never asked for forgiveness. But here we are up in court forcing forgiveness on him that he didn't even want. See, that's that slave-making religion at work. Black folks do turn the other cheek religiously, but we do it to the wrong people. White folk should have no more turn the other cheek, none. We religiously do an eye for an eye among ourselves. That too is part of the slave-making religion. Our enemy taught us to fear him and hate ourselves. So we are quick to kill each other. We are quick to forgive our enemy.
On one level, I see what he's saying. On one level of like being passive and not caring about justice and just kind of being the type of person that says, you know, it's like, hey man, I'm gonna come in your house and rape and murder your kids and you just sit there and watch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that's legit. But on the other hand, I think the posture like of forgiveness it's not weakness, it's really strong if you think about it, because you know, I'm for justice. Like, I still think he should be tried and prosecuted and whatever, but forgiveness is more so me saying, you know, I extend, like, I don't harbor anger or bitterness towards you. I don't want terrible things to happen, like vengeance, so to speak. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want you to face the consequences of your actions, but vengeance is a different thing, because at the end of the day, we all want forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? Like, who doesn't really want forgiveness? If you go, you know, cheat on your girl or your wife, whatever, you gonna want her to forgive you. You don't want to be like, nah, man, no, forgiveness until it comes your way. You know what I'm saying? If you mess up and do some dirt or shoot somebody, kill somebody, and you facing death and there's an option for forgiveness, You would want that. I know killers who can't sleep at night because they want the forgiveness of that family because it's eating them up. And when the family says, man, I forgive you. You took my son away from me, but I forgive you. Man, they cry because they was waiting on that, forgiveness. And so I get it from the standpoint of like, from a societal picture, black people being passive to all of the trauma that we faced from slavery. But on the flip side, I think forgiveness is a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? That forgiveness is the core of why I'm here.
Right, because I think what we talked about was, when you look at the flip side, when you look at, let's say, what's going on in Chicago right now.
Yeah.
Someone steals from you or someone shoots you and there is no forgiveness.
Yeah.
There is, it's an eye for an eye. I have to get you back
Right.
for what you did even more violently
Yeah.
in many cases in order for this to be okay with me.
Yeah.
But yet we're gonna go ahead and forgive this person who actually sat there, walked in, this white person who came in and slaughtered all these people.
Right. Yeah.
It's you see what I'm saying?
I feel you. I mean, but it's like it goes to the philosophy of vengeance or not. You know what I'm saying? Like should it be an eye for an eye? Because end of the day, like I think the thing that's peculiar about them forgiving is what they was doing was exercising their faith. Because a Christian believes that they've been forgiven for crimes far greater than anything they could imagine. Eternal cosmic crimes against a perfect God. We commit crimes against other imperfect people. Now, if God can forgive us for what we do wrong every day for all of our lives, the least we can do is forgive somebody for an action that they've done against us. I'm not saying it's easy, because I'm gonna be honest with you. If my family member was in there and Dylann Roof killed him, I don't know if I would forgive him. You know what I'm saying? But I would want to, and I know I should. So I'll just be honest. I'm like, what Kendrick's saying, what I'm saying in the song, like I might have to hurt somebody and then go talk about gun control after that situation happens. But I will want to. Philosophically, I know that's what I'm supposed to do because I've been forgiven for a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I get the anger. I get the perspective. I get the emotion of it. And by no stretch of the imagination can I put myself in their shoes and say, I'd forgive them too. I can't say that's true, but I would hope I would.
Okay. So do you believe that Dylann Roof should get the death penalty?
I mean, I believe Dylann Roof should definitely face harsh consequences for his crimes. I don't know how I feel about the death penalty because that's something I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm not well versed in it. But I don't think he should ever see the light of day again. You know what I'm saying? Like he should rot in a cell.
Okay.
Hands down.
But and this is an interesting conversation. Like me and Mark Lamont Hill had an interview and we debated on this, and he was a little more well versed in this than I was. So he made some points that was hard for me to kind of debate. But he's anti-death penalty.
Yeah.
He feels that the state should not take away someone's life. So someone breaks into your house.
Uh-huh.
And they're armed. Mm-hmm. And you see that they're in your house with a gun. Do you try to kill that person?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm defending myself.
So in a way, you're actually enacting the death penalty on this person.
Yes. Remember, I said the state doesn't have the capacity and the moral authority to do it. I didn't say individuals didn't. And also, here's the other difference. The state isn't operating in self-defense. I believe in protecting life. I am shooting that person to protect life. The state is not doing it to protect life, right? Now you would argue, well, the state is because this person could be a crazy killer and could kill somebody else. Again, there's no evidence, historically, empirically, whatever, that the death penalty stops people from killing other people. Now you could argue, well, that person won't kill nobody else. True, but that could happen in secure confinement. That could happen in a prison. That could happen in a mental hospital. That could happen in a lot of places. You could make sure somebody didn't kill somebody without killing them yourself.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good perspective.
And when you bring up the Dylann Roof situation, you said you could always bring up an extreme situation like this.
This is what death penalty advocates do, right? They take the most extreme case And they say, what if somebody ran in your house, raped and killed your whole family, set them on fire and left? I bet you want the death penalty then. And I'm like, well, yeah, I might want it, but I also don't feel like I'm at my most fair and rational, insane when somebody runs in and rapes and kills my whole family. Right? That might not be the best time for me to make public policy. So
right. I mean, well, here's the thing. I mean, I don't believe in nonviolence. You know, I do believe in an eye for an eye. I do believe that if you commit murder, you should walk into that situation knowing that you might get the death penalty, that you might die in the process. You know, if someone
what does that
pulls
do,
out,
though?
you know, I mean, because you're a gun owner yourself, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm
So
not,
if
I'm
someone,
not nonviolent. Let me be clear. My opposition to the death penalty isn't that I feel like there's no appropriate time for violence. Let me be clear. My opposition to the death penalty is rooted in a few things. One, we get it wrong way too often. It's a technological argument, right? We swear people did it until we find out they didn't, right? And we've had too many cases where we were convinced somebody did it until they didn't do it, right? Except they're dead. So if you say, yeah, but the Charleston shooter, we have no doubt he did it, that's such a small number of people that we can't make public policy around that.
but it is a very interesting situation where, yeah, I mean, you can't even say that you forgive Dylann Roof.
Right. Yeah, I'm being honest with you. I would want to, and I would know it's the right thing to do. But that's just a hard thing, man. Like, I just can't even imagine it. Like, I just really couldn't imagine it. So, and just knowing my temperament, yeah, I don't know. I would hope I would. I would hope I would honor God and forget that man. But I can't say I can't tell you how it would play out. You know what I mean? I really can't tell you how that would play out because I ain't never been in that situation, and I don't think it'd be pretty. Let's be honest. I don't think it'd be pretty. So.